Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of March 2nd. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Terri Morrow.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, and when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on Parenting Roundabout, and today we're talking about all the things we have to stop complaining about when our kids move on from sports and other activities. So I just experienced this in the past year, and now I'm passing the torch to Catherine. Catherine, one of your kids is aging out of school age activities. So how are you feeling about that? And what's happening?
Yes, so my daughter has been skating with her synchronized skating team at various levels for 10 years, and we just are wrapping up the final competition of her 10th season. And wow, over the years, of course, I have been, as the expression I've heard recently, voluntold to do several things.
I like that.
I was voluntold to, for example, I have talked about this many times on the podcast and complained about it, taking care of food orders when we travel.
Right.
So this involves things like ordering a meal from Panera for the entire team, or finding a restaurant that can accommodate, 60, 80, 120 people, depending on where we are and what we need. So it's been a ride, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with being done with it. I mean, I think I'm going to be very sad, and it's going to be very weird when she's not doing it anymore. But at the same time, yeah, I could be done with a lot of this responsibility. And, I set up this dinner on this particular trip is very easy because it's only one team, because her club has several different teams. And sometimes when we travel, it's as many as 5 teams at once. Wow. And so, each team is somewhere around 20 kids and plus coaches and parents. And anyway, so this trip, the whole group, like the dinner that I organized was for 40 people. So that's not that big of a deal.
It sounds like a big deal.
Well, it's easier than 150.
Well, I guess that's true.
But people really liked it, and they told me that they did, which I really appreciate, because you know how it is when people like something, they don't always remember to say so. Right. But if they don't, you definitely hear about it.
Yes.
So that was nice. I mean, the thing that's hardest for me is people complaining because they don't get it that they are one person in a group of 100.
Yeah.
They want things to be exactly the way they want them.
Right.
And they just don't seem to notice that, we have to do something that works for all of us.
Right.
Right.
And there's certainly no way to please everyone.
No.
So
you're saying you're not going to miss that part of your life? I'm going to
miss that part of it. I'm really not. And everyone keeps telling me that, because my son is in show choir now, and he just joined it this year. And they keep telling me, like, oh, it's so much work. You're not going to believe it. You can't, there's so much, it's a huge thing. And so far I'm like, this is so easy. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I haven't maybe done as much as other people are doing, but it seems pretty easy to me. I don't know.
By comparison, certainly.
Yeah. So, Nicole, how have you been enjoying your empty nest of kids' activities?
Did you hear that sigh of relief?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed watching my kids, but I have to say that by the time they got to the end of high school, the whole being the team mom kind of thing was just really old, and I had no energy, and I just abdicated all kinds of responsibility.
Right.
And let the younger generation take it over.
I feel like that's how I'm going to be with my son. You know, the second kid, like, well, sorry, I already did that enough.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And I just, you know me, I'm kind of very, you know, as with, say, for example, teaching and taking kids on field trips, I'm very hands off when it comes to those types of external helping activities. I don't, you know, somebody else can deal with that. I have other strengths. So, and that's how I viewed my role as being a mom of a team player. But yeah, I would rather do other stuff. So anyway, needless to say, I'm not missing it at all.
Yeah.
But see, unlike you though, Catherine, like I know that you've formed some lifelong friends through your participation in these teams. And for me, I didn't have that connection, or I didn't, you know, I think I probably tried in the beginning and wasn't successful. And then I just never saw that as an outlet for me as well. So,
yeah, I'm definitely going to miss some of the people.
Yeah.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah. Well, and the nice thing is if she skates in college, which she is planning to do, then I can go to some of the competitions and watch her, and all my pals will be there, but I will have no responsibilities other than just watching.
That is a wonderful thing about once you get to the college level.
New experience.
Now, like what do you mean your pals will be there? Why are their daughters?
Well, like the kids who are still skating for the current team will go to some of the same competitions that my daughter will go to as a collegiate skater. Right. So I'd be able to just say hi to my friends and cheer on
that's kind of fun.
Her friends.
Yeah.
Without having to do anything.
To be responsible.
Exactly.
You won't be sitting there in the bleachers saying, anybody feel like Panera? I'll just go order for us all.
Taking an order.
It wouldn't be, it's not anybody feel like it. It's like, give me your order now.
I mean, if you're really missing it, you could always be an Uber driver, you know, Uber Eats driver or something.
Yeah, Uber Eats.
When your kids are actually
all these skills.
You've got skills here that you can translate into the real world if you've
start a little business, you know, of being the person who orders the stuff for groups and get paid for it instead of volunteering. No. You're like, I am never ordering food again.
Pass. Yeah. Yep. All done.
What about you, Terri? Are you missing the days when your kids were part of activities?
Well, you know, when my kids were in high school, my daughter was the one who did things. She was on the bowling team. And I really didn't have any responsibilities with that at all, but I would go to some of her games. My husband would. And then my daughter was in the marching band, and I was extremely involved in that, possibly partially because I was sort of vicariously in the band through her. It was maybe not healthy, but that was a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed that, and I volunteered on the band parents committee and kind of got in on everything that I could get in on. And so I kind of missed that. I mean, it was nice to not have to take notes at meetings and type them up and stuff like that. But it was sort of for a parent of kids who have taken sort of an alternate route through school, a lot of special education, a lot of resource room, a lot of sort of not doing the normal things. It was like my time to be a regular parent. It was awesome. It was really good. Probably I got more out of it than my daughter did. But, so I did sort of miss that connection. And of course, my kids, post high school took sort of alternate routes. So I lost sort of all that contact and all that stuff. I hung in community band for a while and then for various reasons stopped it, including feeling like, I am the mother of the ex-boyfriend who just keeps coming around,
Yeah.
So, but now as adults, my son is very involved in Special Olympics. So I really don't have any responsibility, but I still go to a lot of games. And so that sort of feels like our sports thing now. And that will go on forever as long as he wants to be involved in it. So we go to the bowling and we, every June we go to the state Special Olympics and hang out with his team the whole time. And I, do a lot of helping his, fellow athletes and walking around with people and doing things. So I'm sort of volunteering there. So that's sort of kind of a nice ongoing thing. But now my daughter doesn't have anything. So it's completely 100% switched over. But, her time will come again when I'll be doing stuff, I guess. If not, I'll just, voluntold myself to involve myself in her life in ways that she would really rather I didn't. Honestly, honey, if you would join something, then I would be able to, I'd have a channel for my stuff. Really? Are you sure you don't want to join a bowling team somewhere? But no.
Well, we will stay tuned to find out what you tell your daughter to do.
I can tell her all I want. She's not going to volunteer.
It's not going to work.
Volunteer.
She's not as impressionable as parents. She'll just say,
I guess not.
Nah. We feel like we have to.
Yeah. Well, we do have to wrap this up. So that's it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll talk about some parenting wisdom from James Vanderbeek, and then come back on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundabout Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.